UN General Assembly Resolution 2142, adopted on 26 October 1966, proclaimed the 21st of March as the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, to be commemorated annually. It proclaimed the day in 1966, which signifies the struggle to end the policy of apartheid in South Africa. The General Assembly called on the international community to redouble its efforts to eliminate all forms of racial discrimination. This year's theme is mobilizing political will, a focus which emphasizes taking concrete action, strengthening global commitment, and ensuring accountability to fight racism. This theme calls on all of us, leaders, institutions, and citizens alike, not merely to speak against discrimination, but to act decisively and consistently in dismantling it. In this regard, Guyana offers a powerful and instructive example. We are a proud multi-ethnic, multi-religious, and multicultural society, a nation shaped by the convergence of peoples from Africa, India, Europe, China, and our indigenous communities. Despite our diversity, we continue to demonstrate that peaceful coexistence is not only possible, but sustainable. At a time when many parts of the world are experiencing deepening divisions, intolerance, and conflict rooted in race and identity, Guyana must be seen not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence as a place where tolerance lives, where diversity breeds, and where unity is continuously being forged. We are not without our challenges. Our history has tested us. There were moments when division threatened progress, when distrust challenged unity. But as a people, we endured, we overcame, and we continue to overcome. This resilience is not accidental, it is ancestral. It is rooted in the sacrifices of those who came to these shores under difficult and harsh conditions. They toiled, they struggled, and they dreamed, not only for themselves, but for generations yet unborn. Their sweat, their blood, and their tears are embedded in this land and in us. They did not endure so that we would be divided. They endured that we would rise together. And so today, we are called to honor that legacy, not by seeing colors, barriers, or boundaries, but by seeing humanity in each other.
You understand each other. And never leaving anyone out.
I include everyone.
T. Treat others with kindness. 1. One together as one.
We are one. We stand together, strong and kind, now and forever.
The fight against racial discrimination is not confined to history. It is a present and ongoing responsibility. Looking ahead, if we are truly to eliminate racial discrimination, our focus must extend beyond response to prevention. This is why the Commission continues to invest in education and youth engagement. Initiatives such as the Harmony Clubs in schools are helping to shape a generation that understands diversity, values inclusion, and resolves differences through dialogue rather than division. Because ultimately, the future of our society will be defined not only by policies, but by attitudes, how we see each other, speak to each other, and stand up for each other. As we observe these important occasions, let us remember that the responsibility to eliminate racial discrimination does not rest with institutions alone. It rests with each of us. In our daily interactions, in our communities, and in our online spaces, we each have a role to play. Let us choose respect over prejudice, understanding over division, and unity over discord. In doing so, we honor not only the international observance, but also the vision of a Guyana where diversity is celebrated and every citizen is treated with dignity.
This day is both a moment of reflection and a call for action. We remember the Sharpeville massacre in Soweto in 1960, when police opened fire on a peaceful protest against apartheid pass laws, killing 69 people. The tragedy sparked international outrage and led to the declaration of a state of emergency in South Africa. This day was subsequently designated to raise awareness to inspire global action against racism and racial discrimination. This day is also the 25th anniversary of the Durban Declaration and Programme of Action, the UN's most comprehensive framework to combat racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. Guyana has been a proactive supporter of the Durban Declaration and Programme of Action, including through its role in advancing resolutions aimed at strengthening global action against racism. In April 2021, Guyana was a main sponsor of the United Nations resolution entitled A Global Call for Concrete Action Against Racism, Racial Discrimination, Xenophobia and Related Intolerance. Last year, Guyana reiterated its commitment to eliminating racial discrimination during its fourth Universal Periodic Review Cycle, otherwise known as the UPR, accepting several recommendations to strengthen measures and the legal framework in this area.
No man is born hating, no child is born hating another person because of the color of their skin, or their background, or their religion. People have to learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. And I truly believe in that. We've traversed a long way as a country, and as the chairman said, we must look at the weaknesses and strengths, our challenges, and what we have overcome, and what we still have to overcome. But we must also give credence to where we have gone and how far we've reached, where many countries with the same problems as us, a very diverse ethnic community, a very diverse religious community, a very diverse linguistic community, have ended up in war, in conflicts, and civil war. We have come close to many times near that, but we've never, touch wood, knock wood, never descended to that. That has something to do with who we are as a people, and some of our beliefs and strengths, and our ancestors who brought us through many of these trials and tribulations. And of course, I must add in a quip that I hope that the younger generation know our history, because I always believe if you don't know your history, you will be forced to repeat it. But when we look at racial discrimination and look at the world, I'm a post-war baby, World War II baby, that is. As there have been several wars after, in case you got mixed up which war, that came out of Nazism and fascism, of millions of people who were killed because of their religion, millions of people were killed because of their belief. And so that led to, of course, the UN being created, and today the UN is under threat. But the fundamental issue I wanted to raise tonight was the whole issue of democracy and how democratic nations struggle to look at standing by human rights, by creating human rights, protecting them, preserving them, because human rights is the foundation of democracy.
On behalf of the Ethnic Relations Commission, as we observe the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination at the 3rd anniversary of this current commission, allow me to extend sincere thanks to each of you for your presence, your partnership, and your shared belief in a more just, inclusive, and harmonious society. To our distinguished diplomats, thank you for standing with us, for lending your voices and your solidarity to a global call that transcends borders. To our honourable members of Parliament, your leadership remains essential. Through your policies, your advocacy, and your example, you help to shape a nation where diversity is not simply tolerated, but embraced as a source of strength and national pride. To our constituencies and invited guests, Your presence affirms that promoting harmony and eliminating all forms of discrimination is a collective responsibility we all share. To the teachers and students of Stella Maris Primary School and the National School of Dance, your contribution has made this event a memorable one. And to the commissioners and dedicated staff of the Ethnic Relations Commission, tonight stands as a testament to your unwavering commitment. Over the past 3 years, you have done more than fulfill a mandate. You have advanced a mission to challenge division, confront prejudice, and foster understanding where it is most needed. Your work has not always been easy, but it has always been necessary and impactful. As we depart this evening, let this not signal the end of the program, but rather the continuation of a commitment, one that calls on each of us to speak when silence is easier, to act when inaction is comfortable, and to lead where change is needed.